Hey folks, TK here. And in this video, I want to share with you an important message. If you're a trainer, facilitator, presenter, I'd like to extend an invitation to you to be kind to yourself. Now, what do I mean by that? In terms of learner engagement, I want to remind you, I had a question about this the other day, and I think it's an important one that we stay kind to ourselves when we think about this idea of learner engagement. What I want to share with you is something that I really only learned maybe 2/3 of the way through my career. And that is that for whatever reason, you might not be able to please everybody in the training room all of the time. You might not be able to. And as trainers and facilitators, we need to get comfortable with that and accept what I see as an inevitable reality. You might not be able to please everyone all of the time. Now, that doesn't mean we don't try to engage every student in the room and provide them with the best possible experience that we can provide them. Naturally, we want to strive for the best experience for every student in the room all of the time. But the reality is, for whatever reason, maybe one person out of 20 or maybe one person out of 25, for whatever reason, is not going to engage with your content. Maybe they don't like you. Maybe they don't like your presentation style, your facilitation style, whatever it might be. Years ago, I used to look at training feedback and I'd beat myself up if one person gave me a sort of even semi-negative comment on those feedback sheets at the end of the day. Now I don't worry about that so much. For me, I think the ratio, a good ratio to get comfortable with, is probably about 1 in 20. That is, I think on average, out of every 20 to 25 students you have, there's going to be one student in there that, regardless of what you do, they're not going to be as engaged as you might want them to be. And again, for whatever reason. It could be that they got caught in some terrible traffic on the way to the training room. Maybe they had a family tragedy that morning. Maybe they're dissatisfied with the organization they're working with, and there's a bit of history going on, which maybe you're not privy to, or even if you are, it's difficult for you to influence in that one day of training. Again, that doesn't mean we try our very best and we try to engage every person in the room. But if you've got a couple of people out of 100 in that next webinar that you're running that don't like what you're doing, but 97 people out of 100 really do, I'd focus on them. That isn't to say we ignore that negative feedback and identify places where we can improve. But let's be kind to ourselves. Let's face the reality that sometimes you might not be able to please everybody in the room. And that's okay. If you like this message, like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.